Hey everyone, it's Coffee Stitcher. Adjust this. It is Sunday, the second Sunday in June, week before Father's Day. How is everybody? Oh, good. That's awesome to hear. Alright, well, we've got a little bit of haul. We've got Q&A. We have whips, as well as the continuing for the week. So, and of course, Oz. Alright, so we'll dive in, of course, with the usual Q&A. Actually, we'll do the haul. Yeah, we'll do Q&A first, because I feel like doing Q&A first. Thanks to everyone who pointed out that Montgomery Woods is still around. That's actually kind of nice, given how long they were here, and they were Fort Worth based. Their old main headquarters actually is now condos in downtown Fort Worth. They're really actually very cool. Shops below, condos above. It's pretty cool. It still has the big Montgomery Ward's logo. So I'm glad they're still around. Jocksgirl1 asked, when you are super tired, do you still stitch or do anything stitch related? It depends on the amount of tired it is. Generally, when I'm too tired to stitch, what I do is I color, or I'll play a video game, or I'll just sort of stare at the TV. Occasionally design. But it depends. If it's just that, it depends. If it's my body is tired, I'll usually stitch. If my eyes are tired, I generally won't. And that's the distinguishing point. Thekla Novak asks, how's my Etsy shop going? It's going okay. Please, those who have bought, if you can leave reviews, that helps boost me up. I need to add a few more designs. I'm working on a couple. But for now, those who can review, please do. If you're thinking about buying $5 or $10, it's not a lot. I do understand, though, that there are times where $5 or $10 is a lot, but if you've got it to spare, I could use the support. So, because eventually what I'd like to do is use that money towards my stitching stuff. Rose Maria Cross Stitch asks, what are your favorite places to stitch and why? The living room, because then I get to stitch around my fabulous boyfriend. And yeah, that's probably about it, because I don't think I've stitched anywhere else in this apartment. Button Addict, yes, the velvet was meant to be backing fabric, not stitched on. And no, I did not catch the dog in time. There was peeage. We actually think, because he peed on my footstool, this is twice that he's peed on it, and he's never peed anywhere else in the house. So we think it has something to do, because that came from my grandmother's house. We're wondering if it's maybe something like that. Novice Stitcher asks, what got me into cross-stitching? I'd actually kind of flirted with cross-stitching since I was about 7. There was a needlework shop not far from my house. Needlework and framing shop, and I got a small little Noah's Ark kit thing, and I didn't finish it. And then in college, that was when Designer Stitches was kind of big, and they had a little Tinkerbell kit. And I got pretty far on that one. But it had it had a blending filament for her wings, and something happened, and I think I got a really bad knot, and when I tried to fix it, it just made it all bad, so I had to throw it out. And then, about 2 years ago, actually just about 2 years ago would be this is almost my second Stitchiversary, because it was middle of June. Wow. I started a pattern that was, because I started at the end of May, it was in Emerald City, from Camelot Designs, and I got it because I had a spot in my bedroom at my parents' house that it would have been perfect for, and I just fell in love, and here we are. Little Miss Moffat asks, my knowledge on threads, patterns is vast. Do you keep notes on these things, or is it all pulled from memory? If it's something I've just worked on, it's from memory. I don't really keep good notes. I try to keep notes, and I just suck at it. But I do have a very, very good memory, so it's primarily memory. Emma Shelley asks, what are the two photographs in the black frames behind you? This one is Betty Buckley, known for the TV show 8 is Enough, as well as winning a Tony for Cats. And then this one is Carol Channing, known for being Carol Channing. Alright, Amy M121 asks, if you were to look back at your stitching from when you first started, how do you feel about it? What would you do different, and what have you learned along the way? What tips or things would you tell someone who's starting out stitching? Let's see. Looking back at it, there haven't been too many things that I go, you know what, this was a bad idea. I've basically, along the way, I've learned that my gut instinct is generally correct when it comes to alterations. Things I would tell new stitchers, have fun, go in head first, and just play around. See what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And I don't know what I would do different. I don't think I really would do anything different. There hasn't been anything that stands out. Probably not by a Thomas Kincaid kit. But then I wouldn't have really discovered that I don't like full coverage charts. So yeah, my biggest tip would be just have fun with it. And if you want to try something out, try it out. You never know until you try. Alright. And then Wendy, as beautiful and kind as your suggestion for me being a lead man at a Wizard of Oz museum is, there are actually a handful of people vastly more qualified than I am. One of whom is actually planning to open their own museum. So there are better, more qualified people. I'd be more than happy to work there as a volunteer, because I'm sure there's probably never going to be enough money for it to get paid. But I just, doing it myself, or being the lead guy, I would not, no, that would not be for me. They're much more qualified people. I have the hiccups. Alright, so let's get into the haul. So we've got a handful of things. I'm trying to get this a little bit ordered. So one of them you'll actually see on my whip, so to do that, this, and then let me pull up. Nope, oh wait, no, that actually was what I wanted. Dropbox is loading. I'd forgotten I had moved out of it. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay. Alright, so first off, we'll talk about the slight non-cross-stitch haul. Angie Crafts sent me this really cute Wizard of Oz stationery set from Japan. They have musical instruments, and she sent me some washi tape. So she sent green for Emerald City, rainbow for Over the Rainbow and Dorothy, and then the hearts because Tin Man is her favorite. So they're just super cute. And I like the Tin Man because his head is a tea kettle. Or maybe it's a watering pan. It may be a watering bucket. Either way, it's adorable as hell. So thank you, Angie. Then, on to the actual Stitchy haul. Alright, so I got from Stitchy Box, it was just a regular order, I got another card of Yellow Brick Road, the embroidery silk ribbon, because I plan to use that for my ornament hangers. I did cut Dorothy out. Yeah, so we're getting closer on that. Then I got 5 skeins of what I called Cemetery Fence, but it was actually Wood Nymph. So more of that. And then I got a 28 count fat eighth of Lazy River from Witchelt, which will be perfect for something Halloween-y. I just don't know what. Right. And then I also got, it was a gift from Eric Shipley of Ships Manor, the Come by the Hills, which is it's a little town, and it's got all 4 seasons in it. See? And it's super, super cute. I'm also getting another one from him. He's sending me some stuff. But one of the really cool things, this was the PDF, and I'm holding it back so you can sort of see it, but not enough to do anything. You get a black and white chart and a color chart as well, which I thought was pretty cool. So, and I think I may actually have a fabric for this, so when I get a couple of things whittled down, I think I've got my next new start. So thank you, Eric. Yeah, so there we go. That is the haul for the week, with one exception, and I'm going to show it now. So, my work stitch project has been the Clouds Factory Hocus Pocus, and on Wednesday we had a power outage from 9:30 to 2:30. So, the first hour we still had computers and could sort of do things, and then we just completely lost power. So there was nothing to do. So I got some stitching in, so I got to finish Ichthyophobia, and I actually screwed up. That was supposed to be one more square over, so I had to put an extra square in here. And it's using all Victoria Motto sampler threads on Demeter's Harvest from Die Stitch Love. And then I put, just because it was easier, I got a grind guard from Erin Carruth Wallace, because she wanted me to try them out, because I'd never used one, and I kind of like it. I haven't decided if I'm fully in love with them or not yet. I do like its fabric. So, yeah, no, but I'm definitely giving it a try and enjoying it. So there we go. And then I finished up June of Magical Creatures. This one was a bit of a struggle for a couple of reasons. One, the body shape was similar to the Phoenix, so I felt like I was doing something I had already done. And you know, that always frustrates me a little bit. And then I accidentally got off a half stitch, so I had to sort of make some adjustments. But here it is. I put it on Whisper Thread, the Castle on Whisper Thread, in a cloud because I felt like they were in flight, and then I took out the regular clouds because I just don't like stitching clouds. I usually think they look weird. I used primarily Dinky dyes with a little bit of Victoria Motto and I think some Caron Collection in there. But it's primarily Dinky dyes. But there it is. And then Krynics of Mori. So next month is a mermaid. So we're looking forward to that. I think I have almost given up on postcards. I'm gonna work some more, because I was really ready to start in on Blue Jeans and Daisies. So I'm gonna work some more on it, and then maybe go back to postcards, or maybe work on it next month. And I guess going back to Amy M., one thing I would say is try a mystery stitch-along, but if you're even remotely on the fence about will you like it or not, wait. Wait and let it be done, because I'm intensely enjoying this one a lot more, or the created one of the Brooks books. I'm enjoying it a lot, but I'm just not good with mystery samplers. It's like, once I get a piece that I don't like, it really becomes difficult for me to finish it. Or if I find it just, I really should just wait for them to all be done, and then do it. And I can do it in a month long, a yearly, do it where I do a part of it a month, but mystery stitch-alongs are just not for me. Alright. But I did work on Blue Jeans and Daisies, and I finished the fruit basket motif. It has Smyrna stitches, those were charted. I finished those purple flowers, those I didn't do anything to. And I started on the border for that one. So here we go. Getting close. I've got 3 motifs, and then the center, and it's done. So I definitely will keep working on it this week, and see how far I get. I'm excited, because it's getting close. The end is in sight. And yeah. So it's been a very fun stitch. I'm definitely going to miss it when it's over and done with. But it'll be nice to be done. Yes. Alright. So those are all the whips for the week. I'm going to keep working on Blue Jeans and Daisies. There's nothing to really show you from that end. So I guess the next thing is to head on over the rainbow. Okay, so this week's is the Cosmignana production from 1961, I believe, or 1963. It said somewhere in here. 1961. This was the next production in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Next major production, at least. It was the first production by Cosmignana. And at this point, Casa was beginning to attract some interesting people, but not a whole bunch yet. And the production itself probably wasn't overly... I mean, it was done in the round. If I ever find pictures, I will happily show them. But the most interesting part about this production was who they cast as the Wicked Witch of the West. Miss Margaret Hamilton, doing her first reprisal of the role from the movie on stage. So that's, I think, what's really cool about it, is the 2 Dallas productions both got people connected to the movie for their productions. So this is the first time she did it. She would do it again a couple of times in St. Louis and a few other places. But this is her first re-outing as the Wicked Witch of the West. I think that's really cool that it was here in my hometown. So, so there you go. Anyhow, I guess that's really kind of it. Shorter video, I know. Yeah. So, I hope everyone has a great week. If you watch the Tony Awards or tonight, I probably won't be watching. I'll watch the musical performances over the next day or so online, but I probably won't watch the actual telecast. Hamilton's gonna win, so why bother? So, anyhow, I guess that's about it. I hope everyone has a fabulous week, and I will see you all later.